Hi guys, so this is the first tribal of the season under Mifflin. So we're all here in the dreaded conference room, sadly, and one of us, one of you guys, will end up being fired or eliminated from the season. Obviously, it was a very, despite everything, there was still massive effort. We did not necessarily expect for, I'd say, the scores to be, let's say, over 300 or so for some of these. And you guys were quite close in the very beginning. And it was probably the last hour or two that the other tribe really were gaining favor on it. So I think, given the situation of the individual results, one person for sure would be Brad, who had received the most points. If I may ask, Brad, how do you feel about the situation given you had scored the most of your tribe but still had to go to tribal?
It's disappointing. I thought the videos were kind of a freebie, because a lot of them you could just do. Like, I think I did all but one in my truck or at home, and that one just was to embarrass myself with an alliance person. But anyway, I'm sad we're here, because I like all these people, so it sucks.
That's understandable for sure. To jump on someone else, let's see, like one of the more obvious things, if I could jump to Erin as well, is obviously kind of just the idea of the gender ratio found on this tribe, just given that you're the only woman in an all guys tribe. Do you have any comments on that, or how do you feel about that, given the luck of the draw, how it ended up to you? Or does it not even
I
matter?
always make sure to cover my drinks when I'm around them. I'm kidding. I seem to get along better with men. Women are awful. I know, because I am one, and I can be awful sometimes, as Lawrence just saw. At first, I did think it was a bit of a disadvantage to be the only woman, but I'm using my female powers to sway them.
Okay, so to continue, Erin, you had said that you prefer guys over or girls to how it is, but obviously there was a debacle this last few minutes during the tribal phase. Care to explain a bit more about that situation?
Excuse me. It's pretty obvious, who did the best in our tribe and who did the worst. And like you said, or sorry, I think it was Brad that said some of these things were just like easy. We should have just gotten them done. So I really don't feel like 10 points is really trying. So when someone says, I want to fight to be here, but they scored 10 points in a comp that we had 2 or 3 days to do, I really don't think that shows that you want to be here. I'm literally tested positive for COVID and I still seem to score 30 points. So, what's your excuse?
Okay, so a lot from that response. I didn't even know you had COVID, so sorry about that, Erin. So Lawrence, obviously between the last hour as well as this comment of the 10 points, I think a lot of people have to be looking at you. Like, how do you feel about getting the lowest amount, and why do you think you got the lowest amount compared to the other people? You're muted right now, Lawrence, by the way.
Wait, who's answering that question?
So from the past few comments said by Erin just now, like she was talking about someone who had gotten 10 points that wasn't giving that much effort. And you happen to also have gotten 10 points. So it would seem likely that she's pointing it at you. Like, why do you think that you had only 10 points? And also um, how do you think that shows for the tribe, given the comments that were made in the main chat just a few minutes ago?
Just because I gave 10 points doesn't mean I'm a team player. Because just the first challenge, like I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. because I'm not sure what's gonna happen, but if I do get voted out, I know it's gonna happen. I know I'm gonna get voted out. Like, um, I don't know I don't know now
Okay.
because
So
this game is so confusing. It's like messed up a jumbly, and um, and I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed. But if I call it the Lawrence curse if I get voted out like pretty early in the game. So yeah, so I don't know at this point. If I do get voted out, uh, the hard feeling is just that I don't like it.
so you had said that you were
But
feeling annoyed. Why do you feel annoyed
um,
right now?
it they actually take it, but 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 good and done.
Okay. You said that you were feeling annoyed. At which part did you feel annoyed throughout the game, day, weekend, or whatever?
To me,
Yes.
I might get I'm not getting annoyed. Just I'm okay with the game. It's over.
Okay, understood. So, let's see what else. So, McCravey isn't here tonight, and neither is Casey. For the sake of it, let's say someone else. So, Brett, going over to you. Tribe dynamics right now so far. Everything is fresh, everything just started, so to say. So there's still so much ample opportunity for anyone to find to be helpful in this tribe, one would think. Who would you say is one of the more supportive people on this tribe?
I mean, I like everybody so far. I've talked to just about everyone. I think the dynamics are pretty well. Like you said, new. But I feel like we've got some good things going for us. Like I said, everybody the best on the last one. So like it's like it's I don't know. That's a good question, but yeah, I just think everybody's cool so far, in my opinion. So I mean, you just gotta keep going. So
So everyone's cool, but at the end of the day, there are still just like this challenge, there were different ranges of things that some people are better than others. So essentially, who do you think was helping out the most for this tribe to go forward? Doesn't whatever you deem it, whether it's challenge, social bonds, whatever.
well, I mean, I think really like Brad killed it. Obviously we all saw the numbers, and Lawrence didn't. So I mean, like, and from what I'm hearing from a lot of people, he hasn't really talked to anybody that much. So I mean, he might be busy or whatever, but it's nice to feel a little appreciated. Like if you're gonna take the time out of your day to play a game, like, and get to know everybody, like you gotta be there. That's just like that's the name of the game. I mean, like we're all here, taking time out of our days to do this. So it's like kind of rude when you don't talk or do, help out the way you could. So
Okay, understood. So, like moving on to another different part of the weekend that we had a reward poll up for grabs for everyone. So, so congratulations, obviously, for Jody, who managed to win individual immunity for this tribal. So Jody cannot be voted out, and still actually came to tribal. So thank you for that. So Jody, how did you approach this weekend? Did you see the idea that you really wanted this individual immunity and wanted to try as hard as you can on it while still giving effort in the challenge? How did you approach this weekend?
Usually with these polls, I try not to win it because there's usually like a reward attached to it or some form of advantage, and that puts a target on your back. So I was in two minds about actually like winning the poll, but I decided just to go for it because with these scavenger hunts, like anything can happen. And if you are safe at the first tribal, then you have like you have a solid ground for I think a few days until the next challenge. So I just decided to go for it. I mean, I didn't campaign much. Luckily, I've been playing org so long that I've made a few good friends, so they all voted for me. So yeah, so I just decided to go for it. And in terms of the challenge, this wasn't my best performance, I have to say so. I don't think this is a challenge for me. I'm better at like, I don't know, cup challenges or physical challenges or like trivia challenges. So at the next challenge, I'll definitely try to like win it, like Brad almost won it for us.
Well, Jody, to be fair, like I believe you got middle of the road, so you were fourth from the bottom. But when you grabbed the average, you had 31 and your tribe had an average of 32. So all things considered, you were roughly average for the whole tribe. So I wouldn't say this was like a challenge disappointment, in my opinion, my most humble opinion. So to move on to someone else, Michael, we just talked about the idea of pre-existing relationships and how much that can help in the polls. Do you think that these people, let's say the top three of each poll, there was Jules, Julia, Nigrita, Jody, McCraby, Erin. Do you think that these people getting higher votes in the polls is telling in some way as to if this game will be either easier for them, harder, maybe there's more beef? How do you see that?
Well, I just see that they're more popular and more people in the community know them. Like I didn't really know anyone coming in, so I didn't expect to win that. Like I don't think it puts a target on their back that they did well in a poll, because we're probably not going to have poll challenges in the future. So I don't think that it puts a target on them or gives them an advantage or anything, or means that they're a better player because of it.
Okay, understood. For all things considered, have you publicly told people how many orgs you've played, for instance?
I've said that this is like my first Facebook org. I've told a few people that asked me about it, that I played orgs like years ago, not on Facebook, like on YouTube, like Total Drama when I was like 12, and then I took like a really long gap in between, and those were very different from this. That was like you're hiding behind like an avatar, and this one you're actually like talking to people, getting to know them, so it's like a completely different experience.
No, that's very fair. How has the transition period been for you?
It's been interesting. It's hard to talk to like 8 new people. Like the DMs are hard to keep up with at times. And the challenge was interesting, like going out and going to the store instead of like just doing it from the comfort of my home was different from what I was used to in the past.
Okay, very fair. Okay, hopefully you'll have a better experience in this regard. Last person, sorry, two people, sorry. Let's go to John McCraby. S- to you so far, given how things went in this challenge, we'll go back to the first immunity challenge. So a big difference in terms of how much you got in the reward pool versus how much you gathered in the scavenger hunt challenge. Was that just a coincidence, or were you putting a lot more effort in a more individualistic sense than a tribal sense?
The challenge, I absolutely sucked. I feel terrible because I worked the last 2 days. I'm so sorry. Like I apologize to all you guys. I did the best I could for what I did, but I mean, I wasn't the worst, but I definitely was not the best. You guys killed it. And the immunity person people or whatever it was, the safety that Jody won, I didn't campaign for shit either. So don't take that personal either. It was all luck on that many votes, to be honest with you. Make-A-Wish came through for me.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Last person, Robert. So far, how this game has progressed. All things considered, you had the second highest of the tribe for points. Like, despite that, obviously you're still tribal. In general, what would you say is the hardest thing for you in this game so far?
The hardest thing is, I really feel like the hardest thing is the next thing to come, right? Like going to the first tribal council sucks because we're going to have 8, the other tribe's going to have 9. Whatever these next challenges are, they are going to be able to sit someone out. So if someone sucks at getting ping pong balls into cups, like they can sit out. So it just means we have to fight harder. Besides that, it's just getting to know people, because you walk in and you don't know the 8 other people. No one likes to send those like random, hey, how you doing messages. You should respond to them though. But so it's, I don't know. I think it's going to be really challenging after this first vote. And I think that's why like voting off performance is the best option here, because we don't know each other that well, right? Like we all met Thursday, Friday, and only had a couple days to get to know each other. But I don't want to come back to tribal because we are going to be at such a disadvantage going to this next challenge. And then if we come back here, we're just, it's going to be a bigger and harder gap to overcome. So not looking forward to, never want to be at tribal, but not looking forward to what's to come, because I know it's going to be an uphill battle for us regardless of who goes home.
Is there any bias of a challenge person, a second best challenge person, say, hey, I think we should base this off of challenges?
Yeah, I mean, I think you kind of have to in these beginning stages. Like there's, people you bond with, but like if they are, challenge after challenge, if they're the reason why you're losing, like, come on, like we all know, like, watching the show and experiencing it, that like if we go into merge and there's only like 5 of us, but 9 of them, like it's so easy for them just to pick us off. And like, yeah, maybe we can get 1 or 2 of them, but like, I don't, I want to go into a merge having more of like my coworkers, than going into merge being one of like 5. Like that's not fun, right? We all watched The Office. We saw what happened to the Stanford branch when they went over to Scranton. They all left.
So lastly, is there any benefit of losing someone tonight?
Since we're going to be behind on a number, my gut says no, but I mean, it's hard because we've only done 1 challenge. I think the benefit of losing people is if you're able to cut the people who are constantly dragging your tribe down and are losing it for you. So kind of a mixed response there. I think more so no. I'd rather have more people than less, so we can sit people out of challenges and hedge our risk. But the benefit is that we're going to lose someone who wasn't as committed as the rest of us were.
Okay, very fair. So like that's it for tribal. If anyone has anything else to add on, feel free to do so. Unmute your mic, say your piece. If no one has anything to say, then now is the time to play any pre-vote existing advantages, publicly or privately, whatever the case is. Until that occurs, sorry.
Can I ask a question about that?
Mhm.
So what I understood yesterday was that you said that if anything was purchased, we would know it because we can see it's gone from the vending machine, right?
That is true.
So there's no way that anything could be played, right?
Anything that comes from the vending machine cannot be played.
Okay. Now I'm more confused.
Yeah, right. That didn't help.
Any item that can be seen in the vending machine, if it's still in the vending machine, cannot be played. There have been
Right.
no updates to the vending machine, so every item is still in the vending machine. Does that clear things up? Hopefully.
Yeah, except that now I'm wondering if there's anything that's not in the vending machine that's in the game, by the way you said that. But anyway, it's all good.
Okay, so
Well, Laura
Mhm.
been on the chat, so like screw the vending machine anyway.
sorry,
Let's
can
just
you
get-
repeat that?
Do what?
Okay, now I understood.
Oh, can I say something quickly?
Yes.
If you're wondering what reward I got, it's not an idol or anything. It's just 1 shrewd buck. So you don't have to worry about anything. Cool.
Gets you a 1/10 of a penny, Jody.
I swear, if that buys Lawrence immunity, I'm out.
Can we public vote?
Still, for now, just if no one else has anything to say, or if you guys
Alright.
want to discuss anything that Jody just mentioned, feel free. I'll just give you 5 seconds if anyone wants to go. Okay,
Okay, I'm just gonna ask the question, but
Yeah.
like,
That was a fast ass 5 seconds.
go. Sorry.
sorry, no, I guess my question is, I'm really asking the rest of everybody, not necessarily you, but like, are we to understand that there could be stuff in the game that's not in the vending machine? Is that how you guys heard that?
Yeah, I'm taking it as that there could be stuff floating out there. There could not be. There could be stuff coming. Anything like.
That's what he said.
Wow.
Yes. Aaron should get a shirt buck for that.
Yes. I've got Stanley Nichols, but that's all I've got. So
I'll give you guys a slower 5 seconds this time in case anyone has something to say. All right. So
Not much slower.
any pre-vote advantages, please go ahead one more time, slower. Okay, please go ahead and send me your votes. To anyone who is watching that will eventually watch this recording, I just want to point out that Lawrence in the chat has said that he will not be joining us. He is busy right now and has left. Also, please for votes, send them in the voting confessional.
Whoops.
I don't think that was an accident.
I mean, technically, you can go ahead and send them in main as long as they also end up in the voting in confessional, because that's where it counts.
I just wanted to make sure I got it. Is John like playing a slideshow for us?
I'm trying to figure out what picture I want to say goodbye to Lawrence to. Isn't there another dude on this tribe we're missing? Corey or Casey or Kahada or whatever the fuck his name is?
Casey is not in, he had said before he's not in the tribe, but he did pre-vote. I am waiting on particular vote right now.
Oh, Casey, that's his name. I got it. I won't fuck it up again.
If that particular vote is busy right now and can't be at tribal council, do we just wait on that person or what do we do?
Okay, now the person sent the vote. So just need to update. Just make sure I have all the votes at this point.
Lawrence is saying he wants to join the Zoom.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
But it's over.
Okay, guys, I have the votes. If you can, please turn on the cameras once again. So let's see if I can screen share this properly. One sec. Whew. So hopefully this will come out good. All right. Can everyone see the screen? It should be white.
Still loading for me. There we go.
Okay. All right. I assume everyone can see. So if anyone has anything that they want to play right now before the votes are revealed, please do so now. Okay. I assume no one has anything to say. I can't see everyone's face. Yeah, okay. I don't think anyone has. So the votes come out now. So first vote, Brett. That's one vote, Brett. Second vote, Lawrence. It's one vote, Brett, one vote, Lawrence. Third slide, Lawrence. That's two votes, Lawrence, one vote, Brett. Next, Shootbuck. Next, Lawrence. It's three votes, Lawrence, one vote, Brett. Next vote, Lawrence. It's four votes, Lawrence, one vote, Brett. Last vote, Lawrence. That's with five votes, Lawrence. That's enough, and you are eliminated from this game. Do you have any last words?
I'm gonna be better right now, but not because of the game, because I just want to be it. So screw you, screw everybody, except for Brad. I'm ready for you. One more person. Yeah. Yeah. So screw everybody who voted for me, exception of Brad and Brad, because the only reason why I voted Brad, because I didn't know my name, so I just drew Brad's name on the ballot because I was bored of hell. I mean, I'm not bored of hell. I was really I didn't know what name to put down, so I just put down Brad.
Okay.
And Jody, I think it's your name wrong. I'm running for you also. I usually root for women's, but since the women's are being shady in this tribe, I'm not running for any of them. I'm running for I'm rooting for majority of the guys. So if it says your name, I'm rooting for you guys. But I usually root for women, but women are being shady in this tribe. So BS to them.
Goddamn women.
Yeah, BS to them.
They're the worst.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
dare they be shady when they're actually just like calling you out straight
Um,
out? That's not shady. That's honest. Bye.
Okay. I don't care what you have to say. I'm already gonna get voted out. So I want the guys to win. And the women's, I don't care if they win because BS to them. And the guys, I'm rooting for you guys to win. So if one of you guys win, I wish you the best of luck.
All right, thank you very much, Lawrence, for that. Thank you for having the initiative to apply to this game, and I hope all the best for your career. Okay, so That's it, guys. That was the end of your first tribal. So obviously a lot kind of went down. For the sake of it, the other votes, as you might see, were all rest for Lawrence. Hopefully, with all of this being said, you guys can be stronger and more united and can rock this next remaining challenge. Till then, this is the end of tribal, nothing else. You can relax. And tomorrow is the next challenge, which will be announced at some point tonight, perhaps, or sorry, tomorrow exactly. So till then, that's it. Have a good night, guys. Bye.
See you guys.